बिस्मिल्लाहिर्रहमानिर्रहीम। डियर स्टूडेंट्स, एक और तरीक़ेकार अपना रहा हूँ आपके लेक्चर के लिए। हमारा जो बॉटनी में वायरोलॉजी का पोर्शन था वो सिलेबस के मुताबिक मुकम्मल हुआ। अब नेक्स्ट जो पोर्शन है दैट इज़ अबाउट बैक्टीरियोलॉजी, या आप इसको कह सकते हैं इट इज़ एक्चुअली द माइक्रोबायोलॉजी बिकॉज most of the microorganism belong to this group which is named as prokaryotes, जिनको हम prokaryotes कहते हैं। उनकी बात आज से होना शुरू होगी। थोड़ा सा माइक्रोबायोलॉजी का इंट्रोडक्शन या बैक्टीरियोलॉजी का इंट्रोडक्शन आपको करवाता चलूँ। आप पहले भी जानते हैं कि जो माइक्रोस्कोप है इसका बड़ा गहरा ताल्लुक है माइक्रोबायोलॉजी के साथ। डेफिनेटली until and unless we did not have microscope we could not see such minute organism as we know today. Bacteria are prokaryotes or microorganism. First of all, in 16th century Zacharias Janssen was the person who first invented microscope. Although it was not called microscope at that time, लेकिन ये 16th सेंचुरी की बात है। ज़ैचरस जैनसन ने माइक्रोस्कोप को इन्वेंट किया था। और उसके बाद एक क्लॉथ मर्चेंट था हॉलैंड का रहने वाला। यू माइट बी नोइंग दैट हॉलैंड people living in Holland, they are named as Dutch people. Their language is also named as Dutch language. The name of the person is Anton van Leeuwenhoek. He was not a microbiologist or a scientist. Actually, he was a cloth merchant and he used to see the cloth closely. जो क्लॉथ का वोवन था, जो उसके धागे, उसकी निटिंग जो थी उसको देखना चाहता था, तो वो मैग्नीफाइंग ग्लास की मदद से उसको देखता था। He tried to use the lenses to see some things inside the drop of water, inside the saliva, or inside milk drop or something like that. And then he wrote a letter to the Royal Society of London. अपनी माइक्रोस्कोप को देखते हुए उसने को यूज़ करते हुए उसने जो माइक्रो ऑर्गेनिज्म, जो माइन्यूट लिविंग क्रीचर्स देखे अपनी माइक्रोस्कोप में, he draw the diagrams of those living creatures and he wrote a letter to the Royal Society of London and he said that I have seen some very minute organism which cannot be seen with the naked eye. And he not only gave this idea and wrote about the minute organism, rather he also draw some diagrams like this. This is the microscope he used for this purpose, and you can see the structures. These are actually the minute creatures which he could see under the microscope. उसने कहा मैंने इस तरह के ऑर्गेनिज्म देखे हैं, और इस तरह की वो डायग्राम उसने बाकायदा अपने हाथ से बनाई और रॉयल सोसाइटी ऑफ लंदन को एक लेटर भी भेजा जिसमें उसने कहा कि मैंने तो बहुत हैरानकुन चीज़ें देखी हैं अपनी माइक्रोस्कोप के नीचे। तो उसके बाद जो लिविंग ऑर्गेनिज्म को पढ़ने वाले जो लोग थे, जो साइंटिस्ट थे, जो बायोलॉजिस्ट थे, उनके कान ज़रा खड़े हुए कि वाकई ये तो एक रियली इट इज़ अ बिग थिंग कि वो उसमें ना सिर्फ वो क्लेम कर रहा है बल्कि वो उनकी डायग्राम भी ड्रा करके दे रहा है कि वाकई कुछ इतने छोटे ऑर्गेनिज्म मौजूद हैं। लेटर ऑन Galileo also used his microscope to see things. लेकिन जो ज़ैचरस जैनसन की माइक्रोस्कोप थी, या गैलीलियो ने जो माइक्रोस्कोप बनाई थी, गैलीलियो ने इसको नाम दिया था स्मॉल ग्लास फॉर स्पाइंग थिंग क्लोज, यानी एक छोटा सा शीशा है जिसको कि चीज़ों को बहुत करीब देखने के लिए इस्तेमाल किया जाता है। बट इन 1625 जियोवानी फेबर used the word microscopio or microscope. So here in 1625, the word microscope was used for this instrument, which can magnify the size of the microorganism. And now we know we have very good compound microscopes and light microscope and electric microscopes and electron microscopes, and there are scanning and transmission electron microscopes as well. And we know now 7,000 prokaryotic species, and it is suspected that they are more than 10 million, but up till now we have just find out and we know 7,000 of prokaryotic species. I hope so you know what are prokaryotic species. All these are bacteria and cyanobacteria and archaea. We will discuss it later. So what is the size of these prokaryotic or bacteria, prokaryotic cells or bacteria? They range in size from 0.5 to 5 micrometer in length. और इनमें से जो सबसे छोटा है दैट इज़ माइकोप्लाज्मा विच मेजर्स जस्ट 0.3 माइक्रोमीटर, और आमतौर पे जो डायमीटर होता है बैक्टीरियल सेल का दैट इज़ 0.5 माइक्रोमीटर. And this diameter of 0.5 micrometer is of Escherichia coli, which is very much exploited bacterium. And now what are the shapes of bacteria? Although we have already studied the shapes of bacteria, but here is some more detail of the shapes of bacteria. You can see it very closely. These are the cocci. Coccus एक single round cell है which is coccus, and if they are united to cocci then it will be diplococcus. फिर इसको हम diplococcus कहते हैं. फिर कुछ डिप्लोकोकाई जो हैं they are encapsulated, they have a capsule around them, so they are encapsulated diplococci. Then there are streptococci which make the chain of the cocci cells, and then staphylococcus. फिर आप देख रहे हैं staphylococcus हैं, there is arrangement of the cells in a specific pattern. फिर tetrads हैं which are 4 cocci are arranged together, they are tetrad. And then sarcina में क्या है 8 cells हैं which are one above the other layer, एक दूसरे के ऊपर, they form a cubic shape structure which is named as sarcina. Then there are rod like structures, but in between the round and rod like structures there are some a bit rounded and rod like, both characteristics having bacteria which are cocobacilli. इनको हम cocobacilli कहते हैं. This is the specific rod shaped, typical rod shaped bacterium which is called bacillus. Then if two bacilli are connected together they are diplobacillus. And this is palisade which are arranged in a layer of the cells. These are the streptobacilli. And then there are some other shapes as well. You can look at this structure, very strange. It is fusobacterium, which is enlarged rod-like structure. This is a club-shaped bacterium. You know what is club? Club is a bat-like structure which is used by the ladies in Punjab and some other areas to wash the clothes as well. That is पंजाबी में थापी कहते हैं इससे. It is a club shaped structure, bat like structure है. Then there are vibrios which are coma like, and it is helical form. It is actually just helical, just like this. It is spring like or helical. These are also coma form. This is having flagellum. इसके साथ flagellum भी है. This is corkscrew form, a very strange bacterium. Then filamentous bacteria you can see, and these are spirochete, which is one of the largest bacterium. Spirochetes हैं ये. I hope you understand, and believe you me, it is very interesting science which is called microbiology or bacteriology. We will have more lectures on it, inshallah. Thank you. If you have any question, you can ask me in the WhatsApp group. Inshallah, I will try my level best to answer the question. Thank you very much. Allah Hafiz.